And the last question in this segment of philosophy: all through your life, you had a lot of ups and downs, but you ensured to express things in a self expression. How big self expression is important for a human being? You can talk about in general aspect, your personal aspect. Now, please give a very important takeaway, whichever you learned, to people, an audience who are listening to.
Yeah, see, initially, uh, I wouldn't like to share things with people, right? We're going through hell. But the exterior front, I'll put on a very nice smiling face and then I'll move with my friends. Everybody, I won't show anything out. My parents were living next door when they were not aware of what I was doing. I wouldn't show anything. Right? Because what's the point? They can't help me. They can't get me out of my situation. What's the point in telling? They'll only. I didn't want anybody's sympathy. It's one thing. But I had to express. Things were getting bottled up. I was working on my health. Right? Then I went to a counselor. She happened to be a friend, but I went to her as a for counseling. Then she said, whatever you feel like, you take a notepad and then you start writing. So I wrote. Kept on writing. Non-stop I was sitting and writing. In 1.5 hours I finished 2 notepads. Full. Right? I've never written anything so fast. And then I used all she told me, don't have any kind of a restriction. Express yourself. Whatever you feel like writing. Don't think, can I write this word? Can I use that word? Can I use this expression? Never think that. Whatever comes to your mind, you write. And then I used a lot of filthy words also. I just didn't know. Things were bottled up. The residual anger, the anger, everything was there. I think I poured out. So after 2 weeks, she said, "No, you take your time. After 2 weeks, you come in." So I took these 2 notepads and then I thought she will read everything and then she will give me some kind of a therapy or. Then she coolly tore everything and put them in the garbage. So everything is out of you. That's your problem. You don't talk. You're okay now. She said. I said, what? "Ah, you feel happy, no?" I said, I'm very happy to see you. That's what it is. Nobody feels happy to see a counselor. So you're okay. You're okay. You know, then after coming home, I was thinking about it. I was not feeling so dejected as before. I was very casual about things, even things which worried me, which was no, which was like a burden on my mind. They didn't matter now. So I felt that self-expression is a must for all human beings. So I was I was feeling so light after that visit to the hospital. And I realized that self-expression is very important. And then we all have a tendency to talk and express ourselves. But the mistake we make is we do not know where to express, to whom to express, and how much to express. It's a thing. When my granddaughter was born, she was a premature baby. And me and my son were called in to see the baby. She was such a tiny thing, He was there. And then a pediatrician had just come to examine her. She was just lying motionless. And then looking at that baby, we both said, oh my God, what is it? How are we going to bring this child up? So tiny. That was the thing that was crossing our mind. And then this pediatrician, he focused a light on the child just to examine. Maybe the bright light irritated the child or what, A tiny thing, with her tiny hand, she pushed the light away. She was trying to push that thing off. It was irritating her eyes, I think. Just doing like this, and then she gave a big shriek. I said, don't worry, she's one of us. She'll get going. She'll get along, don't worry about her. She protested. Such a tiny thing, she protested. Then, no. You have to record your emotions, you have to record your thoughts, ideas, everything. Self expression is very important. But you should know where to express and how much to express.
And to whom to
Sometimes
express. Yeah.
to whom to express. Sometimes you may be angry with the person, but there's no point. There's no point in expressing the anger. Because what is the point in shouting at a layman? That is his level of knowledge. You can't get angry because somebody is doing something wrong. It will be like trying to pour 2 liters of water into a 1 liter bottle. That is his capacity. So what's the point in getting angry with that person? Leave. Same way, you want to somebody hurts you. They want to see you cry. Why do you want to express you're agitated? Why do you want to make that person understand that you're agitated? Right? That's going to make them happier. Just go away. Okay. But if you want to assert yourself, you need to express. This is what I think. You may have your idea, you may have your opinion, but I don't have to concur with yours. I have my ideas, I have my opinion. I respect your ideas, your opinions. Same way I expect you to respect. Otherwise, don't. This is how I am. This is what I think. That way you have to be assertive. So when you express, you're actually being assertive.
Yes.
Part of your assertive communication. This is
True.
what it is.
The simple way of expressing is assertive communication.
Assertive communication, part of it. And uh, sometimes, you don't have to express. You have to be silent. That is also a reaction. I'm shouting so much, you don't react at all. So that person is frustrated. So without expressing anything, you can actually, get things done your way. You can frustrate. Somebody's the whole time that person is shouting at you. If you talk back, it's very convenient for that other person to, further the fight and then, keep going. And then ultimately you get hurt because you can't come down to that level. So on the other hand, you just keep quiet and move away. That will really frustrate that person.
Nice.
There
So,
is uh, there's a poem by Keats, Ode on a Grecian Urn. The last lines are, heard melodies are sweet, those unheard are sweeter.
ha,
Alright?
yeah,
So, silence sometimes is the best language. Uh, you listen to Tamil songs.
yeah.
There's an old song. சொல்லாத சொல்லுக்கு வெளியேதும் இல்லை கண்ணதாசன்.
I didn't know, but I like this light. What you are telling. Yeah.
சொல்லாத சொல்லுக்கு வெளியே. They're priceless. Words not spoken, they are priceless. More valuable. So sometimes you get the value.
Self-expression in any way, be it writing, be it authoring a book, or it could even be so simple as, uh, if not able to tell to others, at least write down a paper. That's something you said. Assert you in a way we speak, or the much needed silence is also an art of expression. It's not being mouth shut, but an intentional silence at the occasion. So, self expression in any of these forms. You not necessarily need to be a big artist, painter, or a big author. Of course, you can be. It could also be smaller, like a writing, being assertive, or being intentionally silent. So, but it's a must. That's the thing for a healthy growth of human, over wholesome growth of human being. That's when a human starts being, right? Or else he becomes a being.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, being entity.
Exactly.
You are an entity. Yes.
Thank you so much for this wisdom, Sashi. And with this, we are ending this segment 3, and we are at the last segment in our journey. I picked up a couple of your quotes. I loved most of your quotes, personalized quotes. I tell that you can just answer your emotions or feelings or thoughts in a single word or a couple of sentences. So, can we? Are you curious about it? What are the questions I have? The first thing is your belief system, the universe talk to us. What do you talk about it in a couple of sentences or word?
No, the thing is, you have lots of questions. Why is this happening like this? Uh, what is this? What, like, you have questions in all realms, all areas. Suddenly you get the answer from somewhere. It can be, some strangers talking, and if you listen one or two words, will have the answer you are seeking. And then you need to ask, what are prayers? Otherwise, you pray for something. You are requesting some superpower. I call it universe. I can call it God. I can call it anything, collective consciousness, or whatever it is. But when you keep asking something, there will be an answer.
True.
There will be an
Thank
answer.
you.
You will get an answer from somewhere.
Just keep asking genuinely and intentionally.
Genuine. Yeah, if your quest is genuine, you will get answers.
Thank you. And my thing is, my life is also an example for it. May 2nd, 2022, I think. This is 23, right? 23 or 24? 24. Last year, I just started this journey of podcast. I have no idea what is podcasting, nothing else. Zero. I don't even know how to open an Instagram account. But, but I had this genuine quest of doing. Somehow I just had my head into charity. I don't know how to learn. Suddenly there was a senior in my who just came to help me. I was keep doing. Now I'm sitting with you. It was almost 1.5 years. It's a genuine cost intention to the universe. And as you said, I can relate to it. Thank you. And your next quote is: you feed your fear, and it creates the ghost.
Yeah. Normally, when you're afraid of something, it is the fear that is more fearful than what you're afraid of.
True.
Right? Maybe I'm complicating things a little. The thing is, if you don't feel that fear, whatever you're afraid of is not there. It's just another thing. Okay. I don't. I'm not a person who really believes in ghosts or anything. But when you can believe in God, it's a positive word. There should be something negative, yin yang, that kind of thing. That's a possibility. That's all, right? So we went for a training in Hyderabad. Two girls and myself. We had two rooms to share. So those two girls, they went into one room. They were not very comfortable there, so they asked me to go in there. So I went. Then I had a very eerie kind of a feeling. I was working and then I had an eerie kind of a feeling. Then I felt, what is this? Is there somebody else in this room? I felt very uncomfortable. Those girls, they didn't tell me why they wanted me in this room. They said, can we change room? I said, okay, fine. You're not comfortable there. So that's what. And then, middle of the night, I felt somebody was, there and then sort of pressing me and all that. I just automatically it came out. I chanted a couple of Gayatris and then I sat up. I switched on the light. I sat on the bed and then I said, I'm not afraid. Right? Whatever it is, whoever you are, I don't care. But remember, I'm not afraid of you because I don't believe in you. I believe in God. So that God is going to protect me. You are not there. Because I don't believe in you, you are not there for me. So try. You can try anything. You don't exist. This is how I did that. Then I was sitting on the bed, I was just chatting with guys, and then I slept. And next morning I got up and I didn't know whether the thing was there or not or whatever. It could be some accumulation of bad energy. It could be anything. I said, see, I have come here for work. 3 days I'm going to stay in this room. You don't disturb me, I will not disturb you. If you disturb me, I will pray to something which is more powerful than me. And that superpower is going to help me only, not you. You are in for trouble. So don't try all this nonsense with me. Then I slept peacefully. The next 2 nights also I slept. Nothing happened. And then later on, I came to know that they also had some bad experience and that they could feel something moving. They could even see some shapes and all that. Maybe that hotel was haunted or something where we were put up. It was too dark. No, the moment I entered itself, no, I didn't like the feel of it. You can sense, some bad energy was there. So I said, yes, yeah, yeah, it came to my room also. I paid a visit. I said, it out. That's it. So if you're scared, you give room for something to build up.
Yeah.
Not only this, anything,
Anything, anything in
even
life.
examination. If you get scared, you are really paralyzed. You can't focus on your studies. No, I have no time. I have to prepare. I have not read this chapter. I have to go through this. I have to revise that. So that pressure is there in your mind. It mounts, keeps mounting, and then you're not able to act. You sort of go insane, and then you start losing your sense of reality. And then you start imagining all sorts of things. What if this question comes? What if I'm not able to remember the answer? All these what ifs will happen.
So,
You're
uh,
only your fears.
it's all about don't feed your fear. If you fear, just
Don't get
tell
rid of
the
anything.
mantra. What you tell is not necessary to be complicated. The simple mantra is I am not scared of you.
I'm not scared of you.
That's it. Let me do what I can
You
do.
can't, you can't touch me. You
I'm
can't do anything.
exactly.
I'm not
It
scared.
could be
I'm not
as
scared.
simple as it could be an exam, it could be an interview. I'm going to give my best. I have
Yeah.
the support of universe. I'm not scared of you. I'm going to face it head on head.
More than
This is
the
enough.
universe, I believe in myself. More than the universe, I believe in myself.
Exactly.
Right? I know I have prepared well. I'll do I'll do my best, and that's going to be the best. That's it. I'm not scared. Nothing can happen. Nothing can go wrong. So keep telling that.
Got it. It's a simple. Thank you. And keep your mind empty to learn something new.
Uh, See, things are changing, fast changing. But what is current now becomes obsolete in a couple of years, especially in terms of when you talk about technology, intelligence, and then new inventions, everything. Even the apps you use, they get outdated. So you can't be, clinging to the old system of learning knowledge. If you want to learn something new, you cannot have a device. No, no, this used to be better. That used to be better. No, in this system we were operating like this. That same kind of operations cannot be carried over to the new setup. So empty your mind. When you want to learn something new, just empty your mind first. Only then you have space to welcome new ideas.
Or else you will keep recycling.
Keep doing that. You keep comparing, and then you try to apply this there and then all that. So the basic knowledge is something different. You need to have that. But when you know that something is obsolete, it is outdated, it is no more in vogue, you don't need that anymore, then why keep it? Accumulate it. I mean, throw it away. You just keep accumulating things. When are you going to? You do a lot of spring cleaning, suddenly you decide to clean up your room. You throw away a lot of things. You bring new gadgets, bring new things, change the curtains. change the furniture, shift, and all that. Now it looks new. So the same kind of spring cleaning you have to do to your mind also, especially when it comes to learning. Throw away the old school of thoughts. So same way with even with your mental makeup, the old anger, the old resentment, whatever has caused you pain and hurt, throw them out. Welcome new positive feelings. Fill your mind with positivity.
Thank you, Sashi. And I will take you to the next quote, and that is: do you need a disaster to become proactive and discover your strength? It is with a question mark or a realization. That was your thing.
Normally, we don't think much about taking a new step, initiating ourselves into new things, right? And we have a tendency to postpone things. You need to take action now. It's desperate, immediate, but still you have a tendency to postpone because you are scared to face the consequences. What if this happens like this? In case I do this, I take this course, and if it becomes a failure, what will happen? So that kind of confusions you get. So ultimately, you keep postponing things, pushing things further and further for the future, and then ultimately, because of postponing things, something happens. It's a disaster, right?
Yes.
That's how disasters happen. If you are not taken action earlier, disasters are about to happen. Right? So what happens is some people, they just get into the active mode only when they see the disaster coming. Oh no, this is happening. This has happened. Now what am I to do next? So the prevention is better than cure. Preventive measures people don't take. So they wait for a disaster to happen and then they think what to do, how to combat that disaster. So it becomes a disaster management thing rather than doing something proactive. On the other hand, you foresee a disaster and then you take some steps and then you can avert the disaster. Also, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve if you are a little proactive. So don't wait until the last minute for a disaster to take place and then afterwards you think of becoming proactive. You cannot. You end up doing this disaster management and then your proactivity is lost. You cannot be there, right?
Yes.
So don't wait for a disaster to strike you. Take the initiative, be proactive, and I think in this context I would have said forecast. You need
Good.
to forecast what would happen. And then you must be able to predict for yourself. If I take this course of action, this is going to be the outcome.
Command it
Yeah,
and declare it.
take
Yes.
command over the situation and then do something. Become proactive.
Thank you. The last quote is: what can I do now and what is next?
This is part of the carpe diem.
Yes.
Carpe diem. Right now,
Seize the moment.
seize the moment. Yes. So right now, this is what it is. So let me live in this moment. Let me be in this moment. Then let me not go too much into the future. Whatever I have to do now, if I do, my future is taken care of. Rather
Yes.
than worrying about the future, let me do what I have to do now. That way, I am going to pave way for a very safe and secure future. If I miss this moment, if I miss doing something which has to be done, right, my future is not secure. I don't know what is going to happen. Anything can happen. So let me stay here now in the present, do whatever is to be done, and secure my future. That is all it means.
So lovely talking to you, Sashi. And before we go to the last section, which is section 5, where you will just share some words for nectars within, I like to just stress on your idea. I knew you are an author. Would you like to talk about your book, show your book, and tell something about it?
See, I was telling you about self expression.
Yes.
There was a need for self expression for me. See, I realized that I could express myself very well when I wrote down whatever came to my mind. It was not that difficult. Whatever, I was able to find words for each and everything that crossed my mind. I could express so easily. And I thought, why not write? Why not write? The next question was, what will I write? What will I write? That was the question. So let me start from what I know, and then later on let me go to what I do not know. So I started with writing about the experiences, my own experiences, and then experiences of people whom I happen to know, who were close to me. So I sort of collected all these things and then made up a story. I'll say 95% of the whatever is said in the story is true. Either most of the things are my experience or somebody else's experience. So that's how I started writing the book. And I call this book What Goes Round.
Okay, in Amazon, of course. I will add those links as well along with this podcast episode. And so it's all about self-expression on a journey.
Yeah. It's
So
more like that.
okay,
And then I told the incident about the bike.
yes.
I incorporated that incident into the book.
Okay,
And
that's
those
really
passages, the following passages, that was praised by everybody. So again, she almost screamed. How did I do it? He started talking gently in a sonorous voice, which was very much like her father's. You see, Ranji, it's all there. You have it in you, the raw strength. Why don't you see it? You've gone too deep inside yourself to remember what you really are. Why don't you let her out? Do you need some disaster to get proactive? One thing I can tell you, you're not safe here anymore, and I'm terribly worried. You're being pushed too close to the edge, and I'm scared that you'd go overboard soon. At this rate, wake up to reality and try to salvage whatever is left of you and your life. And then he continued. It's not just your life I'm talking about. I'm also worried about my life too. I'm bound to this place and this family because you still continue to think of yourself as part of it. Then next, I'll skip a few lines
mm,
and then I'll go there. So it took some time for Ranjini to come out of her stupor. More than the burden of the machine, she felt that his words had weighed her down heavily. Slowly, she came out of herself. She was on the brink, as he implied, but hardly had she realized that he too was getting dragged along. She again started going inward. Her door was open, but she was still at the threshold, refusing to pass through. What if she steps into the void? Anyway, that could not hurt her, as there was nothing else on which she would get bashed and shattered in the void, with nothing to break her fall. Maybe she could float, fly, fly away,
float or
right?
fly away.
Fly away. No, you think you are going to jump into the void. That was the thing. So,
Huh?
after this bike incident, she starts thinking about
Yeah.
her life. So, she's pushed too much close to the edge. What if she tips and falls over? Anyway, there's nothing underneath. It's going to be a void.
Just
So,
fly
she
away.
can fly away. So, that's how.
We are almost done with our session. Literally. I'm not just cheating this time. But when I saw you be it a story consumption phase or this 3 hours of intense recording session, I take a leaf from your story, and I would rather say, how did I, how did you do it till now? So this could be an apt title for your life story as such. From my point of view, how did you do till now? Because I knew your stories, 360 degrees whatsoever shared, and your non-stop interest to explore, and the way you perceive things with utmost optimism and taking one thing at a time with a childlike curiosity, questioning and admitting facts and acknowledging the emotions. With all these things, with all the in the crisis management, out of 10, 9 were like literally like red. How did you build the resilience? Seeing all through your journey, all I could say is, how did you do till now? It's my uh, it's my due, a real privilege and honor to have you as my guest. Thank you so much, Sasi. And with this, we are concluding this. And as you know, Nectars Within is a podcast with an idea to spread the sparks and spread our nectars to inspire people across whomsoever, with a core motive to bring the stories of extraordinary stories of so-called ordinary people. And I like to have your views about this podcast, or if you have any questions for me personally, please take this floor.
Just let me thank you for giving me this opportunity. It was a pleasant journey with Nectas, right?
Thank you.
And only when I spoke to you, I realized the question you asked, how did you do it? I start asking myself, yes, really, how did I do it?
Exactly.
I, I thought this is how people normally live, right? Everyone has problem. The only thing, the dimensions change. If I have this set of problems, others will have their own set of problems. So I never thought that it was something extraordinary or anything. It's like that's what is life. Bundle of, and sometimes when you don't have any bad experience, life will be really boring.
Mm, yeah.
If you have only bad experiences, also life will be boring. You should know how to balance, how to make good into bad or bad into good. It's all in your hands, right? So, so Nectar's within it gave me an opportunity to actually introspect.
Thank you so much for your views and
It's a
compliment.
lot. No, I'm able to understand more of myself. I was just living my life, not doing the. I thought I was doing the whatever is to be done right now. I'm doing. That's all. That was my attitude towards life. But now yeah, I've done something. You
True.
make me feel proud of myself. Thank you so
Of
much
course,
for
you have
that.
done a lot. You walked a lot, especially with an cap of not a jack of all trades, master of none.
So,
To
yeah,
walk this and live this is really challenging, and I also go on the similar rides. And with that, and you say the bike incident in your life is a turning point. The entire life, what you lived through when I was listening to you, was like a bike incident for me. Seriously, seriously, seriously. This was the only expression I had. Seriously? How come? Wow. Is it so? That's how it is. The entire story that you narrated was like bike incidents for me. It was such, lovely to hear you, listen to you, and you must know how powerful person you are. Is something my job as a podcaster is just to know, share your stories across. It was my basic intent. But with your I had this inner idea of writing a book, but I don't know how to. I'm not good with languages, how to. But you are telling, you express thing, and you are telling your father was not able to write it during the sickness, and you chose to write on behalf of him. Ah,
yes.
what's that? Do we have certain professional services? There's something called ghost writing. We have certain people who can't write, shortage of words. They can just outsource it, where ghostwriters can write it. It opened up an entire universe for me to actualize my dream. And as I said, I'm almost done with a couple of chapters now. Probably mid next year, I'll be an author as well. I'm writing my story. And once things are done, of course, I will share that. Of course, in the book, there'll be a special thanks to you because eventually you opened up the arena which was blocked in my mind for almost past 13 years.
All the best. I think you'll bring out a very wonderful book.
Thank you so much, Sashi. I wish you all the very best. Keep up this momentum. Keep inspiring. I'm damn sure we are going to be in touch in the rest of the time. With that, thank you. I wish the listeners also had a very good time listening to it. Can't wait to know your views, feedbacks on the lessons that you have learned on this journey. Please put those in the comment section so that you can spread more sparks and spread the nectars across the globe. Thank you so much. Thought then, namaste, vanakkam. Until then,
Okay, thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Transforming minds and enriching lives.